Described by many as the two teams most likely to fight out a relegation battle, the importance of this match was not lost on anyone at East End Park. But with just 4 minutes on the clock, the visitors took a dream lead. Skerla failed to clear from Lovenkrantz and Paul Hartley nipped in and reacted superbly to make him suffer. Skerla with plenty of time to clear, but a quick bit of thinking from Hartley proved costly. St Johnstone looked reasonably comfortable in the opening 45 and new manager Billy Stark must have seen some encouraging signs from their general play. Their on-loan keeper Alan Miller has looked fairly solid since joining from Blackburn, although Stevie Crawford is probably not a fan after he denied the Scotland squad striker on several occasions. Stark only made one change to his side from the team who lost 2-0 to Rangers last week. In comes Mark Lynch, signed this week from Man United, and he looked fairly sharp. However, when Calderwood revamped his side by replacing Potter with Bullen and swapping to a 2-4-4 formation, the Pars' fortunes changed. With four front players, the Saints' defence were in confusion and Jack de Gier took advantage. Hampshire's initial shot deflected into his path, but that's another welcome goal from the Dutchman. Dunfermline's cavalier approach put major pressure on Miller in the Saints' goal, but he did superbly well to deny super sub Lee Bullen. However, their increasing pressure was rewarded with just 13 minutes left to play, and once again it was Jack de Gier who did the damage. He dispossessed Stuart McCluskey and remained cool to fire home. An important finish from de Gier. So a hard-fought but welcome 3 points for the Pars, a decent enough performance from St Johnstone, but their 9th defeat of the season.
At first it looked as though United were the team in the mood at Tannadice today. Jim Hamilton going close with a header inside the first minute. But that proved to be a false dawn as Dunfermline proceeded to take the game by the scruff of the neck and took the lead after 12 minutes. And what a beauty it was too. Stuart Petrie clearly delighted with his sweet left foot effort. Ian Ferguson with the cute backheel setup, and the words straight from the training ground spring to mind. It wasn't all plain sailing for the Pars though. They lost defender Gus McPherson following an accidental clash with United's Charlie Miller. The word from the dressing room is he's not too badly hurt. Dunfermline pressed on in his absence and really should have been further in front when Barry Nicholson's quick free kick was met by Scott Thompson. On another day, the returning Thompson would have guided this in. United didn't offer too much in response. Danny Griffin's free kick didn't really trouble Marco Rutenbeek. At the other end, Barry Nicholson gave a much better demonstration of how to take a free kick. And credit here to United keeper Paul Gallagher for a fine diving save. A tactical switch for United saw Craig Easton replace David Partridge. And it wasn't until half-time approached that the home side really threatened. Jim McIntyre asked the first real question of Rutenbeek in goal. And moments later, his strike partner Jim Hamilton had a chance to draw United level. Good work down the right from Ronnie O'Brien took advantage of a rare moment of slackness in the Dunfermline defence. But this wasn't to be Hamilton's day in front of goal. A point emphasised shortly after the break, when Charlie Miller's deep cross found Hamilton all alone at the back post. 9 times out of 10, this would be one each. To his credit though, Hamilton kept his head up and did find the back of the net, but the effort was disallowed for a foul. Ref Mike McCurry let the game flow and didn't produce a single yellow card today. After his goal against Dundee last week, Charlie Miller was in the mood to get another and had 2 chances in quick succession. The second was the better of the two and drew a fine save from Marco Rutenbeek. And just as we thought a goal must come for United, Dunfermline decided they'd had enough of defending and went for the old Route 1 approach in search of a match winner. Not a bad tactic when it comes off. And it's Stevie Crawford taking advantage of Danny Griffin's mistake to put Dunfermline 2 goals to the good and secure a precious 3 away points for the delirious travelling fans. Sharp thinking from Crawford for his 5th of the season. United pushed forward towards the end, seeking some reward for their efforts, and young sub Stephen Carson almost provided it. The ex-Rangers youngster has still to score for United, but this was Dunfermline's day, and the Pars thoroughly deserved their win.
Ferguson plays it forward. Hurtado looks the ball back. Barry Nicholson with a shot! What a strike by Barry Nicholson! Hibs tried to clear it, broke to Nicholson, and what a right foot shot that was. Nick Colgan had no chance. Dunfermline have the lead at East End Park.
Beforehand, both sides paid their respects to musician and Pars fan Stuart Adamson, who died last week. When the game got underway, Aberdeen, searching for just their second away win of the season, started on top and could have gone ahead in the early stages. Kato Guntveit freed Hisham Zerouali, the Moroccan shot well blocked by keeper Rutenbeck. The Dons were again thwarted by the Dutchman minutes later. Jamie McAllister with a free kick, Rutenbeck in the right place to save. Aberdeen on top early on, but it was the home side who took the lead midway through the first half. The visitors lost possession, Scott Thompson punted the ball upfield, and Lee Bullen did the rest. The normally reliable Phil Maguire caught in two minds, and Bullen finished well for just his second goal of the season. Aberdeen had the better of the exchanges in the early part of the second half too, and Thomas Solberg came within inches of levelling the match. A tremendous strike by the defender, denied only by the width of a post. Visconti failed to convert the rebound.
There was some concern that this match would not go ahead, as East End Park was shrouded in fog only an hour before kick-off. But the fog lifted from all but the eyes of the Motherwell players. Their vision seemed to be seriously impaired, and Dunfermline were happy to capitalise. Lee Bullen with the wayward shot. And he started to cause some serious problems for the Well defence, seeming to be able to easily slip in behind to create shooting opportunities whenever he wanted. The home side made all the early running, and Motherwell looked lacklustre in almost every area of the park. And Dunfermline's relentless pressure finally paid off. Lee Bullen with the break down the wing, and his knockback netted perfectly by Stevie Crawford after only 20 minutes. Eric Black's men tried to get back into the match, but everything they tried to do was easily cleared up by a more alert Dunfermline side. Marco Rutenbeek in the Dunfermline goal still hadn't a save to make. Stevie Woods in the opposite goal, though, was a busy man, just as he had been against Celtic on Wednesday, and he kept his side in the tie with a great save from Lee Bullen. But beaten again he was after Martin Corrigan gave away a clumsy free kick just outside the Motherwell box. Scott Thompson stepped up to make it 2-0 to the Pars. Some fancy footwork and a fine strike, and the visitors were in desperate need of a half-time team talk. Motherwell introduced Eddie Forrest after the break to try and solidify their backline, but to no avail. Stevie Crawford slotted his second to make it 3-0 to Jimmy Calderwood's men. Eric Delumo flummoxed by the turn, and a neat finish from Crawford.